Let's see if this is gonna work now, because I'm getting pissed. Hopefully this is alright. I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna take a second here and need to adjust my lineup, I think, a little bit. This is going to it's gonna take 45 minutes to go through each page here, probably. Who am I putting in here? I was putting someone in. Forget who it was. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Alright. We should be good. We should be good to go. Look like everything's good here. Okay. I believe I have this fresh, if I'm not mistaken. If not, I'll just start it here. Okay. Yeah. So it's fresh. So if you're watching, if you're not watching, so be it. However, let's get this going. So let's start this off. Starting this off is absolutely standard. So everyone always says go west. That's the thing. That's the thing they everyone tells you to do, and that's kind of what I also do. So so I kind of stick to it. Just start putting people around. Circle around first. I always do this. I do always do this. Goods go around a little bit, a little ring around the rosy. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to really attack anything. Not for a little while, and I'm gonna get it to a point where should be able to play rookie, no problem on every stronghold. Maybe veteran, depending on depending on how it goes. Because some are gonna get 25, 20, 26 by the end of it, and there's just nothing you could do about that. After so many turns, they're gonna have enough people available where it's you're just not gonna be able to play rookie on it. So first off, first things first, get as many people as you can on open spaces. That's the thing. So every 3 hexagons you're on, every 3 hexagons that you own is going to give you one more fan that you can use each turn. And that's what's going to be key here. And I know a few people have said like, "Oh, I don't really know where to go, where to start." At the beginning here, really just get as many as possible. There's no real strategy for it. It's just lay your people on hexagons that don't have anyone on it. And once it's all filled up, that's when you start to figure out where you're going to start attacking towards if you're going to have any strategy whatsoever. So pretty much what I do is I'm not one of those people where I just want to get it in as least amount of turns as possible. That shit I don't care about. So don't really worry about your turns. If you hit like a little bit of higher turns and you're still feeling like you're not far enough in, honestly, it doesn't matter that much. Trust me. Just worry about getting as many spots as you can off the bat. So I skip reinforce. I skip not reinforce, but I skip to reinforce uh, as as much as I can here. So no attack. Don't need to move fans. The only time you need to move fans is when it gets to a point where they're kind of closing in on you. That's not going to be yet. So really, there's no need to worry about that shit. Um, let's continue on here. Usually I like to stop them because there's more space over on the west than there is on the east. So the east side of your territory is going to fill up faster than the west side. So that's why I kind of tried to get a few in there while I could, and now I'm going to push west. Uh and just kind of work from there. So as you see, each turn, every once in a while, I'll get an additional fan I can use. It started at the 2, now I'm at 5 for each turn. I always forget to go to the attack phase here. So let's just speed this through as fast as possible. I see Colorado is pushing there, so now we're gonna go above them because they're at that connection right now. So realistically, as of right now, everything's starting to close in, and now this is where some people I know kind of get worried, like, oh, they're gonna attack. Now you see over here, the Twins have 3 here, and they're kind of pushing towards. So you start to worry, okay, are they gonna push on? So I usually add 1 there, just so that it stops them. If they have 2 against 1, they don't normally do anything. It's if they have 3 against 1 is where they'll do something. So it's at that point in time where you go ahead and I always put one or 2 around there just so that they can't push there right away. Because if it's my 1 against their 3 and they attack, chances are we're getting fucked up. Whereas if there's the 1 there, as you see, they didn't go towards it; they went down. So usually that'll stop them. I'm not sure what the ratio is if they have 4 or if you need 2, blah blah blah. But if there's 3 going towards you, if you have 3, if they have 3 fans on a hexagon next to you, it would be a good idea to put 1 there just to stop them from progressing. Let's be realistic here. It looks like it's trying to be a little slow here today. It looks like the server situation is about par for the course right now. So between a couple, it's gonna take a little bit of time. That's okay. So we don't need to steal any fans. Don't worry about it. Now we've got 7 reinforcements, which is a good sign. Let's so we got 3 here. So I'm gonna put 1 here just to be safe. I'm gonna put 1 here because I would like to get that hexagon below just because it's sitting there, it's available. And then I'll put the rest over here to try to get the last few up top. So as you see, this is kind of I don't fortify the territory that much. I just put a couple here to stop these from pushing forward, and usually that'll stop them. There's not a lot of instances where that'll fuck you. So I'm gonna take this one just because I can. We get first turn because we are better than the computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take these few that are up top here. Now we're getting to a point where we're going to have to start attacking. The free for all is over. The chaos is done. Um, those free spaces are no longer. So now we have to start to hit that strategy. And now it's going to be where we start taking things out. Now, rule of thumb, what I start with, right off the top of the head, is you always go for the ones if the enemy fans are only one there. That's what you want to go towards. So what I do is if I have two on a space, say I have two over here on a space, and I want to attack. I would never attack a two versus a one because it's just not good odds. I have to have at least three on the hexagon next to a one if I want to go after it. So because I have four, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hope for the win. Maybe they'll beat me. They do. That tends to happen. I know a lot of people rage about it. I'm going to do that internally. Um, so I'm gonna skip. Again, I'm not gonna worry about anything else. I only have two there blocking them. I'm not too worried right now. And we have 24 territories. Now, we have 8, so this is where we start to think about taking over. This is where we start our actual attack. So they have that 4, this 3 here. So again, I'm going to fortify a little bit just so that they can't do anything. I would like to attack with all of them against Colorado right now with all of our fans, but I don't want them to advance either. And the best way to stop them from advancing on you is using the more fans that you have right now, and just fortifying the right hand side. I always find that the Twins will push, and Kansas City will sometimes push, but it's just because they're close. They like to kind of push on you every once in a while. But if you put 2, 3, 4 right here, normally nothing comes from it. So now we're gonna kind of attack the ones. So I'm gonna squat up right here, and we're gonna set it off. We're not gonna move fans. We don't need to move fans. Again, I'm not fortifying the actual territory itself because there's no worry about having to defend it right now. So let's see here. Okay, we won our first simulation. So fucking games are a go now. So I have 3, so I will attack. Again, if they have 1, if I have less than 3, I won't. For that purpose there, again, we're getting ruined right now. So it seems like the odds are stacked against us to start this conquest, but that's okay. I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried. Now I've read some people saying that you can get this done in a couple of hours. Now, first and foremost, that's bullshit for the sheer fact that you have to beat every team. Every team needs to be beaten, and in order to do so, you have to play every team, and you're not gonna go less than. I would say you can't play a game in less than 15 minutes, and that's being generous. I'm usually it's around 20 minutes if you're playing on rookie, or you can go through as fast as possible, 10, 15 minutes. But you're not going to get through all of this in an hour. And the thing is, like, just for me to get to a point of wanting to attack territories, because I only attack on rookie, so I stack up before I do so, which is the easiest way. It takes time to get to a point where you're able to do so. You need to be smart. You need to get these hexagons. So as of right now, just to say exactly what I'm doing, I've got that. I've got six fans on the one hexagon, so I'm going after the ones. I'm going after the single fans on single hexagons because that's your best odds. And the name of the game at the very beginning is absolutely getting as many hexagons as you can. Um, and because it's early on. The enemy's not going to have too many hexagons with high tiers. It looks like they attacked us a little bit over here, which isn't too bad. So that's fine. I have 3. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go against it. Usually I'll do it 3 against 1. Sometimes I don't. We've not had good luck so far. Okay, we won that, so that's not too bad. Let's go here. Let's skip. this process of waiting of all these teams doing what they gotta do. Okay, skip the reinforcement. Don't worry about it. Do it. So we've got 4 here. So let's get these to 3. Normally you don't have to do this. Sometimes I do it just to be safe. Um, because why not? We're eventually gonna have to push that way anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So we have these ones here. Single, single, single. So let's put this to 2 just because that's actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Remember, name of the game. Getting as many hexagons as possible. Now we have this one stuck in the middle. Let's add it to our fighting fleet. And let's attack. Now at this point in time, because it starts getting to a point where you're going to go against a lot of ones and twos, it's not a bad idea to try to hit the enemy hexagons that have two two fans on it. It's not that big of a deal, especially if you're starting with like 6, for instance. Um, I'll do it. I'll do it just to see how it goes. If you win, you win. If you don't, then you've made a bad decision. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Another thing that you can do to make things a little bit easier in terms of enemies not adding more enemies to the hexagon is you cut off. Fuck, they ruined us. You cut off the territory from their fans, and what I'll do sometimes is, in most instances, to start off is I'll kind of sweep around it to take the fans away because they can't reinforce if their base isn't connected to their territory, right? So so sometimes it's a really good idea to just circle around the territory and then spread out of them if you're worried about them getting some fans to be able to fuck your shit up real quick. So let's wait for this the AI to skip their turns. Again, guys, if you've had any issues previously, and you haven't been able to beat it, you haven't been able to rock it out, definitely don't worry about going fast. It's not you don't have to breeze through it as fast as possible. Um, Obviously, it's good to get as many territories as you can early on. Um, but if you lose some simulations, if you lose out, if you lose some territories, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You can get them back. For instance, I would rather lose one of my territories that has 2 fans on it and gain 4 by attacking other spots, because you can always go back and get that single one back. It's more beneficial that you got those 3, 4 additional territories while the computer took 1 from you. It's simple addition and subtraction, guys. You don't gotta worry that they're gonna take a single fucking hexagon from you. Worry if they get next to your territory, if they get next to your stronghold there, because that's when you gotta think, okay, fuck, maybe they're attacking. We might run into some problems, because that's when it turns into gang warfare, and you need your squad there holding it up. So if they start pushing my stronghold, that's when I'll start laying some fans on it. Like I'll lay 2, 3 at a time. I mean, the most I've put on my original one, going through these, even last year when I was doing it, and this year, the most I've had on it was 8. I've never had a stronghold taken from me if I've had um 8 or more fans. So it's not been an issue whatsoever. So now, as you can see, we now have 34 territories, which is good. I could probably take that one, but there's really no I guess I can try. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's 3-on-1. There you go. It's prosperity. And now the reason why patience is a virtue in this game mode, especially with getting it set up, is eventually you are going to get to a point where you get so many fans each reinforcement phase that it really doesn't matter what you do. Like you could just run shit. Um, so for instance here, I don't think that guy's gonna try to push me at all, and if he doesn't push me there, it's gonna be fine. So let's just put them all on one, and let's take as many of these ones as we can here. That's motive. Again, we've cut Colorado off from their other fans, so they can't add and reinforce over here because they're completely cut off from their stronghold. They're fucked. Yep. Now everyone, now you see they pulled people out of their stronghold to take this single one back. So they're getting desperate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take as many of these as possible. I'm gonna go here. Now I'm gonna take this one back. They wanted to fuck me, but it's not happening today. I'm not gonna have any of it. We have that here. Now you see they're kind of coming towards here. So the twins are getting fucking pushy right now. So let's push on this here. See if we can take that out. We did. Beautiful. Now, because of this, because no one else is really is pushing on us over here at all, and they're being dicks, I'm gonna fuck with them because they've got a couple of twos, a couple of ones around here. So they start to feel like they're strong because they had that one hexagon with six. So they've pushed in. Now they have two in here. They're fucking stuck in there. They can't do anything. There's nothing else that's a threat around here. So it's kind of eliminating. It's eliminating the threats. Is realistically what it is. Terminate, eliminate, assassinate, all that good shit. So we don't need to steal fans again. Waste of time. We have 38 territories on turn 12. It's not the best, not the best whatsoever, but it's something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some here. Let's go with 8 because we're gonna be able to take a few out with 8, and then um, let's take these. Let's take these. And again, just to stop the bleed, because if you see, they're trying to stack up around here a little bit. 2, 2, 2, 3. I'm gonna move these 5 over with the 8, and we're just gonna clean a little bit of house, just a little bit, just to show them what's going on. If you make them fear you, I know they're a computer and they really have no emotion, but I feel I scare them. I'm scaring them right now. So because I had 11 and it's not much of a worry, I went on the 3 first because I'm gonna go upward. I'm gonna do that. So let's take that. Let's take the 2. I could go for the 1 like here and try to get those easy ones, but I'm just trying to fuck with the twins right now, so they can't really fuck with us again. And it's a fight. Now 5-on-2 is not best odds, but we're gonna take it. We're gonna do it. Yeah, see, I knew I had a feeling. Put it down to 1. Let's take this. Try to at least. Yeah, you're gonna do that. Fucking prick. Okay, so let's take the let's take the ones here. Um, we might as well. We might as well go for it. I'm not feeling confident, but we might as well try. Okay, we did it. That's good news. Okay, so 41 territories. We can kind of move on, I guess. Not too worried here anymore. Now you see the twins they're lacking. There's nothing. These guys are useless because they can't add any reinforcements to it, so they can just chill beside the stronghold as much as they want. Um, so let's go on here. Now what I'll do next turn, just to be safe, because we've got 41 territories, slowly starting to build our brand. I'll put a couple on the territory. I'll put 3 on there, give us 10 reinforcements remaining, so that we can continue to clean house. So there we've got that. Now you see, Kansas City's trying to poke up into our ship right now. If you guys can see, they're trying to poke up into the ship. So let's. What do I want to do? Yep, let's just teach them a quick lesson. That's the most important thing, teaching lessons today. Man, this move fans always gets me. I always forget it. No. Back to the attack. Back to the attack. One. Fuck it. So see, they're stacked with the twos around here. So we want to take out a few of their territories here, just so that they can't keep bulking up, keep putting a bunch on. The Cubs have nothing. Kansas City's all here. So we'll take out 1 or 2 more of these if we can, and then we'll skip on. And the thing is here, guys, when it comes to it, it's the name of the game is ending up with more territories at the end of the turn than you did at the start of it. Like we had, I think it was 41. Now we're on 44, and I don't see us getting a few territories taken from us. That's going to bring us back down below 41. So I feel like we're pretty good there. Progression. So let's do this. Now we're getting closer. Again, I know the buildup is kind of lengthy, guys. The buildup is a little boring. I know that, and after doing it a couple of times, I can absolutely agree with that. But it in the long run, if you're set up, you're set up. That's just the most important part. They might try to push up here. So what I'm gonna do now, this is where you just kind of decide where you're wanting to go. Because they're in, but I feel like Kansas City is just a little bit too big, is getting too big for my liking. That's just what the facts are right now. So I'm gonna do this. This can be moved. We'll add him. Actually, we'll just add it onto the stronghold. Fuck it. All right, let's attack these ones. Always attack the ones. Always attack the ones. Now, too, this is kind of where I keep an eye up on the top just to see if they're gonna start, if anyone's gonna start pushing towards my territories here. Because it seems to me like as soon as someone starts really pushing on them, they keep pushing. Um, So if they start, I try to stop them, show them what's good. That um now you see Kansas City's getting down low. They're getting fucked up. There's nothing they could do. And again, we started at, I believe it was 44. Now we're at 46. It's teaching them a lesson and progressing. That's the thing. I know the first time I did Conquest last year in 16. I didn't know I didn't think at all for like any type of strategy, and it really ended up fucking me. Um, let's just take this. Hopefully they don't win. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah. See, they tried. Now I can take this one probably. But yeah, the first year that I did this, no strategy, no nothing, and I didn't know the ins or the outs. So I wasn't aware that if you had three territories, you got another fan. I thought it was just each round you got one more fan to work with, and it just increased that way. But obviously that's not the case whatsoever. It's at this point in time, especially with Colorado only having 12. Like you could start thinking about, okay, like when can I start attacking? Should I start attacking? Is it a good idea? And you could start playing and start putting people there for a few rounds just to get it on rookie or whatnot. But what I'm gonna do instead is I might just go through and try to take as many territories as possible before I even play a game. I mean, it's not this is less about actual gameplay and winning and winning conquest and more about just getting set up to a point where there's no problems. You don't even have to think about what you're doing anymore. All right. See now Seattle's starting to push. So on this round we're gonna do what we have to do here. We'll get out of this round. And what I might do, yeah, see they're gonna start pushing. So rather than continuing downwards, which is what I was going to do, I'm just gonna skip this and I'm gonna be able to move these fans up here and we're gonna start pushing up and left because that's where they're starting to come in now, and we don't want that life. That's not something that they're gonna want to do. So we don't need steel fans. We don't need to worry about that. And this is where we're going to just start from here because Colorado's pulling out these stops. So we're going to put all of these guys here. And if you notice, they started putting 4 here because they thought we were going to push, which we were going to do, but we're not worried about it now. Let's move all these fans as well. So now we have 27 fans on the go here. So now we have a workforce that we just don't have to worry about. We can just kind of run through. No one's gonna have a high enough amount of fans on one of the hexagons for us to even worry. We can take on twos, we can take on threes, we can take on fours. That shit doesn't phase us right now until we start to dwindle down in our fans. But it is what it is. You know, they came up. Just take this one back. It sucks when you have to just kind of backtrack and take one you just fucking took, but it is what it is. So now we've gone down in some fans. We were at 48, I believe, to start this, if not the one before this turn. But how we're set up now, we should kind of be okay. We should be able to take quite a few here. In the very least, even if we break even, we're getting rid of a bunch of hexagons that have two or three fans on it. So that's big right there. Get lost. See, now no one else has turns, so we don't have to worry about anyone else attacking us. Run through this 3 just because we can. We have enough. Alright, we're back up to 48. You motherfucker. Well, that happened. That's okay. Don't need to steal fans. See, now we have some 3s over there. We don't need to worry about any of these. Houston's trying to come up, trying to be rowdy. So let's from here, because this 3, they've got some 3s here. So let's just do this. Let's take out this 3 before they progress in. Again, the reason why why it's going to take turns is just because we're completely working out trying to just clear quite a bit of the board just so that we can play on rookie and not have to worry. Now I know some people can play strongholds and beat them on legend, and by turn 20 they're halfway through the board and it's not a big deal. And if that's what you want to do, I mean, go ahead, go for it, try it. But I prefer to just run through and get it to a point where I can beat most of them on rookie and just not have to worry, not have to struggle about losing the game. Come on, don't do this. Okay. Now look at all these ones because Seattle's been pushing out. They've been stacking up against us. So what we're gonna do next turn is they're gonna try to fortify one or two of those for sure. Fuck off. To be honest, it doesn't really happen that often where I get creamed that consistently. Now we have 51 territories. We're on the up and up. Uh, as you see, the twins are starting to reinforce here a little bit. So let's just do this. Every once in a while, what I'll do is I'll just take a turn and I'll just throw twos up just to stop any possible attack. So all these guys all around here, especially if I'm going to be going to the left, which I'm going to do now, I'll just fortify these a little bit just to stop the possible bleeding over on this side. There we go. As you see now, they have the 2 here to try to stop us, and we're gonna put all our people in here and let's just go towards Seattle. Thank you. Thank you. Gonna take a bunch of these ones. Maybe one more. Yeah, one more. Maybe not. Oh yeah, okay. We'll take it. Now, if only skipping. I wish once you finished a turn like that, like I just did, skipping one turn just does it all rather than having to hit square 30 fucking times. Don't need to steal. Now look at all these twos. And what I'll do, rather than them being able to push on us, I'm going to just roll through the twos. Yes, I can go up and left around them and hit those ones and get those. And it might be a smart idea. I mean, it's you're getting those hexagons, you're going to help yourself out, but I would rather take care of some of these twos so they can't just add on a bunch of them and constantly have this fucking hindrance. So let's just do this until we run out of fans. And it's pretty smooth sailing until you run into that fucking two square that takes out 10 of your guys. That's when it starts to get shitty. But we don't really have to worry about that right now. Now, we have 58 territories. So again, we're growing every time we're going to grow. They're starting to build up a little bit around here. Sometimes I take a turn just to clear those few out, but I mean they're gonna pop out anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if we can take out a few more. So let's do this. Let's just take all these ones. And what I might do, maybe for a couple of turns is just we'll take out Colorado. Just because they're there and just because they annoy me right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start stacking after this turn towards getting enough people so that it's going to be easy. So we're gonna be able to do it on rookie. So now the attack, I'm just gonna take around all these ones just to give us some territory so that we can get more fans for the next couple of turns. Because what I'll straight up do is to do rookie to make it easy to get the stronghold is I'll just start laying fans beside them, and if it's not enough for rookie, I'll skip to the next reinforcement stage, and I'll just reinforce it for a few until I can, and just do it on rookie. And yeah, you miss a couple of turns, you don't take some hexagons, whatever, no big deal. But after you take that stronghold on rookie, because it's easy as fuck, then you can move those fans. So if you have 60, 70 fans on one hexagon, after you beat that stronghold, you can then move those 60 fans somewhere else. Then you just start annihilating. So it's not necessarily that you're wasting around and you can't. There's nothing you did on that turn because you just used it all for a stronghold. You can just then move them off, and then you have a big fucking group of people that you could start running through hexagons with on the next turn right after you take that stronghold. So it's good because you get it all in bulk in one go, and you just run through, right? So let's just finish this turn. Let's get these last few. All right. Now we're hitting 60s, 60 in territories, which is nice. Go ahead and try, you bitch. Cool. So I'm just going to leave it there. As you can see, we're starting to bank up. So let's skip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the few that are around it right now. They're going to reinforce probably a couple of them here on this coming turn. Which is fine, no big deal. Skip to reinforce. Yeah, there it was. Let's do this. Don't need to move any, fuck it. Could if we wanted to be tedious, but it doesn't matter. Let's take out this too. This too. That's San Diego coming to play. I'm surprised that the Blue Jays aren't ruining. Usually, the first two that I've done so far this year, uh, the Blue Jays over on the right are the ones who took over everything. They did it pretty. They did it pretty quick. Usually by now they would have 4 or 5 strongholds, which doesn't make sense. I mean, I love the team, but they're not doing too great this year. Okay, so now we're beside Colorado. It's cut off. Um, we're gonna skip to the reinforced stage. Now this go, I'm gonna put it all on the 8. I'm putting it all on here, all on the line. But it's not gonna be enough to do rookie. So what I'll do is skip to the next turn and do that until I can do it on rookie. You have enough territories right now where you shouldn't get completely fucked, so it should be okay. We don't need to move anyone. We're not in that big of trouble over there by our stronghold. So the attack, as you can see as of right now, we can do it on veteran if we wanted to, but as I said, we're gonna do it for rookie. So let's skip. Let's let all these guys do their things. It's gonna take a couple of seconds. Went from 71 territories, now we're going down. That's okay. Not the worst. Looks like all the damage is being done over there on the east. So let's go. I don't think we'll have enough to do it on this round. We'll see. Skip attack. Moment of truth. Not yet, so it's gonna take one more round. That's okay. I'm gonna put a few reinforcements over here next round as well, just to stop that from happening. Um, Fuck, we're losing territories right now. That's no good. Again, it's gonna happen. As soon as we beat Colorado, and we have this massive force of what's gonna be like 70 people, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Let's do this. We're going to 8 just to be safe. Put 2s around. rest on here. So now we're gonna have 68. This should be enough to play on rookie. It realistically should be. Again, I don't know that. I don't know the fucking math, but there we go on rookie. Let's play this game quick. I'm not. I'm not here to tell you guys I'm the best at this game. I should be able to win on rookie. That should be no question. I mean, post patch, who really knows? It's kind of a toss up, but as you can see, my shit's stacked. Okay, let's play this.
On a dry summer night in the Rocky Mountains, MLB Network comes at you live from.
Wish I had fast play on. I didn't think about it.
Tonight it's Conquest baseball between the Rogues and the Rockies. London will look to grow their empire.
Take that ball. Be patient. The post patch now.
Is in to start things off.
Patience.
To the ball to start the inning. 1-0. Swing and a liner, but foul. And to be on the beach in Hawaii tonight. 43 degrees at first pitch.
Gotta concentrate.
This one's down to third. And
Got it through. He found a hole.
And how about that to start a game?
Well, I wanted to see how he might respond to a little adversity, but I wasn't expecting it to happen after the first guy leads off with a leadoff hit. Now he's in a
Rockeroo's a beast.
He's able to get through the rest of the inning, maybe get a double play, a pop fly.
That swing.
See how this unfolds.
Don't imitate my play style because it's terrible.
Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got it.
Go to third. Let's get you to third.
Soto rounds the
why?
is headed home.
I find that happens quite a bit.
Now they've got him hung up. And they will tag him out in a rundown, and
I find that with Soto because it's auto base running that's on with Soto, and I don't know why, but the computer decides to make really terrible base running decisions with him. Like a hard hit into the outfield, and he's a 39 speed, and they always try to make him run home, and I catch it too late sometimes.
Hit sharply on the ground.
We'll take that run. Realistically, one run should win it for us on rookie. But again, while I'm playing, let's get some stats, let's get the steals, let's get the hits. I'm still going for all the hardware shit for the Griffey program. I thought I would have been able to knock it out, but nope.
Has a play, and that's the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Harold, what's the key to a road victory for them in this one?
Matt, they're facing an excellent pitcher. Look, and what great pitchers do, they get stronger as the game goes on. So to me, you got to
go to third. Go to third. Come on.
They take pitches, maybe try to work the count a little bit, get that pitch count up, and maybe see if they can get him weaker as he goes deeper into the game. But it's going to be a challenge, no doubt.
Get this steal if we can, just because.
Matt Holliday standing in now. Pitches high, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
This Matt Holliday card, the Conquest card, I haven't used it often at all. I wish I had a bit of an opinion on it.
Sharp slider that time.
But I've probably put him in a couple of games tops. I've had him in on the bench, but I usually save that position for like a hardware card or a card where I've been trying to get stats. But I think I've pretty much got most of the Team Epic outfielders done in terms of the second tier, whatever it is on it.
Carolina is the man on the mound. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And with the
Try to get this done as fast as
he's just
possible.
throwing
Every once in a while, what'll happen is fucking computer rookie will surprise you with a dinger and just can throw everything off. Like, you think you're good with a single run, power through it, just throw it down, get him out real quick.
Cue shot here out towards short.
Then you make a mistake.
And he
Fucking hard to the plate.
away. Here's Carlos Gonzalez. Here it comes. And a fastball's in there for strike one.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top.
Let's get this strikeout. We still need our Dynasty strikeout.
Swing and a miss as he falls.
Well, my career strikeouts, then Dynasty. But you guys know.
Ball called third.
There we go. That fucking dirt-ass hook.
For out number 2. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, I know it's rookie, but Arenado will
And 2
will ruin a mistake.
starts him out with a curveball for a strike. 2 out, nobody on.
And yes, I use pulse. I use pulse pitching because I'm not playing head-to-head. I don't play head-to-head.
0 and 2.
So I don't need that much control since I'm just playing the computer. It doesn't really matter that much. So
Is over. Nothing across.
pulse it is. Hate all you want. Shit's easier though.
Now he'll lead it off here to begin the second. This is in the
That was a bad swing. That was up and in.
Blackman is under it. He's got it 1 away. It is Curtis Granderson. First delivery to him on the way. And the shift will not amount to much here as this is lifted in the air out to right field. And Gonzalez
That high power.
for route number 2. Striding in.
Actually, yeah. I guess I can do
Take
this.
his first cuts here.
Fucking love me a good Darren O'Day. Let's substitute. What hand's he? Okay. Let's get Chris Davis in there. See if we can mash a bomber.
Davis.
Now, if you guys didn't know, now that I'm in the game, I forgot to say, you can get a lot of your holds. If you have, because for some reason every out
Now it's
or in Conquest you can get a hold with each out. As long as you're under, I think it's 3 runs going into the last inning. So now every
half of the inning.
pitcher I put in
Smith.
is going to get me a hold towards your stats.
Take over pitching duties here.
I know a lot of people didn't know about that. So each out I'll just put in a new pitcher. Now that we're in the second inning, going into the third inning, and it's the same thing for,
And that swung
and then you go eventually get the save. So you can put in
right over that.
for the second inning,
What is so hard about
you can
a
put in five
under
pitchers, get 5 holds, and then your 6th pitcher would of course get you the save. So if you want to get your stats real quick, if you want to get those stats, which would take a long time, otherwise, just play Conquest and you'll get them quick.
And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The 0-2 once more. Swing and a miss on the
There's
slider,
one.
and that's out number 1. Now at the plate, Trevor Story. As he'll
Put in
get his first
O'Day.
opportunity in this one. Darren O'Day, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching. Swing and a miss way behind.
Story as well will ruin some mistakes he makes, so
blew it right.
keep an eye out for that.
About an overpowering fastball working today. He's got a good one going. That's your classic.
There we go. Strike him out.
Doesn't break like you expect it to, and all you can do is freeze as a hitter. And he got the call.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout.
And one more with Harris.
Story goes down for the second out in the bottom half.
Now I don't know if they've fixed this like what I'm doing right now with any of the patches that came out recently, but as far as I know, it's still good to go. So it's
Ready to deliver. Here's
Fuck
the
it.
first pitch.
the only way that I can explain it is in Conquest, each out,
Left. He makes the play.
each
That'll end the
each batter out is
breeze through.
pretty much like an inning. They consider it
Go now to
an inning just because it's condensed into 3 innings,
on
obviously.
top.
So the way I think it works is
Stepping in and ready for
one batter is 1 inning, so that's 1 hold.
He'll lead things
That's
off here in
the best way I can describe that, how that works.
bouncer.
Air.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Striding in once again.
When it comes to these 3-inning ones, like I don't have the patience really.
First at bat.
So it's like I'll just swing away for the most part.
Hit of the afternoon.
He's got to feel good about himself. A multi-hit game. He knows he's been struggling. We know he's been struggling. Maybe this is the start of good things to come.
Get this steal if I can. Why not?
Here's Chris Bryant now. A pitch out. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Going for them dynasty steals now. I think I'm 150. I was 155 into the 200. I think.
Breaking for third. Hot shot down the line. Throw gets him 2 down.
I thought that was going to be an out, to be honest. Well, at third, I thought he was gonna. I thought that was caught on a line drive for a second there.
Here comes the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy,
Well, I'm not gonna swing at that shit.
if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on. That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Hit high but foul as that'll get in amongst the fans.
Yep.
Now a swing and a deep drive.
There's a no doubter.
Ain't coming back. This one's into the bleachers and gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as it's now a 3-0.
Fucking, I honestly love how he just mashes it and sits there, lays down that bat. Fucking glorious. Just tosses it. Get out of here.
Enough to put a great swing on it.
Digging in for his second at-bat, John Carson. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no
Fuck it.
indication of that yet.
Let's get into this last inning. We're gonna win for sure, so
To end the inning.
unless they mash a few on us, which would be a fucking sad day.
Standing in, Gerardo
Now
Parra.
remember, put in your boys.
In the home half of inning number 3. Addison Reed takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
I keep doing that wrong.
Now pitching, Addison Reed.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is
Get them strikes.
And this is chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2.
Too low change up.
Now another 0-2.
Nothing but strikes against the computer.
Drilled right back up the middle. Backhanded. And a good throw gets him, 1 gone.
Batting 8,
And here now is Dustin Garneau.
Dustin Garneau.
Raisel Iglesias, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Iglesias.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. The windup, and he
Finish this off.
leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row. But both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw
There's
another
2.
And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Put in our last. Let's get this save.
He'll take over on the mound in relief.
Brad.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Here's
I like to listen to my catcher. Soto knows how to call a good game.
popped him up off to the left in foul territory. Bryant is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
There we go.
Tonight's ends is
There's our stronghold. We got it. No
win.
problem. On rookie.
9.
Now,
3 innings in the losing.
all of the fans that we had to take over the stronghold, we now have them to take over everyone else. And they're in a one big fucking blob. So you're able to take away good portions of the map now. So we'll go through this real quick. Yes, okay. Of course, nothing. That's expected. There we go. Now we can attack from here. So we have 66 million fans that we're going to be able to just do fucking damage with. So let's do that. Let's just clear house right now. We're just going to use it up. It's either that or you can save some for next turn. Move them elsewhere if you wanted to say go east a little bit, or if you wanted to move them off and go somewhere else. Or another thing that you can do is once you win this is we could just skip and move all these fans up towards Seattle there at the top left and attack them next. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it would be rookie for them. And that's pretty much how it works. When you get to a point where you can throw fucking 60, 70 million fans on each phase, and then also use your previous fans from the one before and just go to the next stronghold, that's where you start mashing. That's when you start just taking shit over. So now we're gonna try to work back and get a bunch of our territories back. Like before, we were at 70 something, then we took a couple of turns, lost a few, so now we're going back. Now over on the right, Twins are pushing again. So after this, I might save a few milli and then move them over there. Um, Fuck with them. Or because no one else has turns, I might just ruin this as much as possible. I think no one else has turns. Yeah, okay, it's just us. Come on now. Come on, load. Getting thirsty. Take this. As you can see, we're back. We're back to over 70, and we're working with 50 million fans right now. So how many of these hexagons are we going to be able to take? We're easily going to get to. We'll easily be able to get to 80 territories. That's no question. We can go beyond that since there's going to be quite a bit that are just ones and twos here. Like look at all these territories we're going to end up taking. I might just rather than saving some and going on the other side, I might just take as many of these as possible and then start reinforcing over there. Now, look how nice it looks. Look how much space we have compared to every other fucking team. So yeah, let's just mash. Let's just mash this right now. For it being later on at night, these servers are going pretty slow. We're about to hit 80 territories now. Love it. Love it. Maybe we'll get down to say 20 million, and then I'll save them for next round. Um, because at this point in time, we're in such a good standing that you really don't have to worry. You don't like your worries are over at this point in time. You have so many spaces that you know you're going to win this shit. There's no question. I mean, worst case scenario, you have to play a few on veteran. I mean, no one's gonna get to a point where you're gonna have to play all-star or any shit like that, because they're all gonna still be battling over there on the right side. It's not like they're gonna stack up like you are. Take out a few more. Like I said, once we hit the 20 mark, then we'll start worrying here. Ah, fuck. We'll just take these two. Take this one as well. This is what we do. Skip. 90 territories. Beautiful. Reinforced stage. We're gonna start here. 32 mil. Fans. Now we have another block of 50. Let's fucking attack. This is where we start to make enemies, folks. All these guys that thought they were gonna really do something. Yeah, see, this is when it gets fucking shitty when they take off 10 of your guys. But I mean, look at the pack we're rolling with. Obviously, they're worried. Now what I'm gonna do is, because there's some ones over here, I might go up and circle around. Doesn't look like anywhere else around here can fuck us up. Continue on, continue on. Oh, the twins are gonna be pissed. I'm just gonna continue on until I don't have any more fans on this one. I might as well. There's no point in saving just this many fans here. So I gotta take up as many. I'll get as many territories as I can here. Push the hundo mark. No one else can make any moves, which is nice. And then what I'll do is after this turn, guys, I'll stop the stream and I'll just save it as is. I won't continue. I'll continue the stream another day, tomorrow or the next day possibly, and just work from here. I'm not going to progress any further off the stream, just for continuity. Let's finish this off strong. Yeah, at the beginning of this turn, we had I think it was 90 territories. Now we've increased to 103, 104 now, and that's how you dominate, guys. It's all about getting those early territories and working from there. I mean, it's tough to start off if you're new and you haven't done it before. It might seem um, a little difficult, or it might be a little scary to start off, but really once you start, it's just maintaining. It's really the same thing each time. I mean, it's Conquest doesn't change. You start slow, work your way around. I'm on turn 26 and I'm already at a point now where there's no question you're not going to be taken out. Um, if anyone starts pushing on you, you've got by the next turn you're going to be able to ruin them with reinforcements. I'll just quickly go to the next reinforcement stage just to kind of set that off and get that started for the next time. But I mean, it's coasting from here. All you've got to do is worry about getting your team up. You can start um, now you can realistically start hitting strongholds as you go. So I could take the Seattle one, and then next turn I'll just go down towards the other Seattle and the Athletics and blah blah blah. It's like there is really just no worries now. You're pretty well good to go. Um, and I'll just for the next time start from here and work down and just keep progressing. What I'll do is I'll probably go through the process of taking a bunch of the hexagons here next stream, all these ones before really starting to take these. I don't know if I want to save a save a stream and just stream getting strongholds or something like that, but I mean right now we're in a good spot. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. If you like the video, go ahead and like it, subscribe to the channel, do some more things. But yeah, it's that easy. It's that good. I got you guys. If you need anything, any questions, hit us up. Fuck it. Peace.